it's Nixie. We're gonna go into Hidden Cats in Rome. So there is this big arena part after. So that's gonna be a lot. But we're gonna do this first. Already finding some. Like, I do like these kinds of games because you have to use your sight and your brain. Like, you definitely have to keep an eye out, not just for the cats and later on the people, but you also have to keep an eye out for anything that moves that's not supposed to move. Like, the cars are moving, but there's usually something that wiggles that's not supposed to. Like a picture frame or something. I would love to go see that fountain. Who knows? Oh, there you are. Okay, so I gotta make conversation because I know I get too quiet in these because of concentration. So I gotta ask, how many of you break your pasta before you cook it? Now, trust me, it's a reasonable question. Don't get offended or anything like that. Just
When you get those 2 bags of calcium,
yes, I will. Sorry, my mother's asking me something. Right, question. So again, no, don't like do the whole like stupid comment stuff, but I don't want you to comment. I want you to comment the answer, but I don't want you guys to go off the rails and be rude about it. Just how many of you break pasta before you cook it? Not the really long one where you have to break it, because that's the one that you do. I'm talking about normal one, like spaghetti. How many of you break it before you cook it? Alright. So, I'm gonna guess some of you typed it in the comments. I'll wait. Oh, wait, the Jets. I'll wait till the end of this to let y'all know what I think. Again, smaller and smaller. I mean, I should be able to zoom in more, but I'm gonna try. I'm going to strain my eyes when I do it. Well, I'm doing it, but oh yeah.
bread is perfect, Nikki. Perfect.
Okay, so I know you guys are hearing my mom. What she's talking about is I made this thing called Amish friendship bread. It was very different to make. Because you don't need the hook like you would for making bread, because it doesn't have yeast. It's kind of like banana bread. Oh my god, there are a lot of flurries outside. I just looked up and it is outside. Sorry. Going off again. So my mother gave me the recipe. Like, a friend of mine gave this to me, so can you make it? Like, she's like, first we can make it. And then she's like, can you make it? I'm like, okay. So I followed the directions. I followed the ingredients. I doubled the ingredients because I was making twice the amount. So I was like, okay. Took a look. Followed it to the T, like putting in the ingredients in order. So if it says eggs first, you do eggs. Then you do the next ingredient, the next ingredient, the next ingredient. And you keep stirring while you do it. So I had the mixer at least. Thank you, KitchenAid, by the way. So I was making it, and it took a little longer to bake, mainly because they were thick and they were like twice the amount. But the outside is not too hard, but you know, hard and like good hard. And it would have been bad if it was smaller, but because it's bigger, it's actually good, like taller and thicker. And the bread on the inside turned out very, very moist. Like almost spongy, like wet spongy, if you will. So I'm happy how it turned out because I had never made it before. And it was my first time making it. You know, I got panicky and everything. But honestly, it turned out very good. And I'm glad my mom's friend from work gave her the recipe. And it didn't turn out exactly like hers. And I knew it wasn't because I'm the one making it. It's never going to turn out the same as the actual person's. Like, if I had a recipe from Gordon Ramsay and I followed it to the T, it is still not going to be the same as his because he's not the one making it. So, yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't make it. That doesn't mean you give up on it. It means you made it, and you should be proud of it. And if you messed up, well, you can always try again. And that's great. And I will say, baking is not exactly easy. If you do it up from the box, of course it's going to be easy. But here's the thing. I wasn't doing it from the box. I was doing a lot of it from scratch. So, it wasn't easy. Like, I kept quadruple checking, make sure I didn't screw it up, make sure I added in the correct amount. Because I was doubling the ingredients, so I was worried I wasn't adding enough. And then I had to do the measurements to a T. See, here's the difference between cooking and baking. Cooking is an art. And baking is a science. Now, the reason why I say it like this. I mean, yeah, with baking, when decorating something baked, it's art. But here's the thing. With cooking, it's an art because... Oh, I almost missed you. Because with cooking, if you add in a little too much salt, you can work around it. If you slightly burn something, you can still work around it. You know? If you add in, let's say, beef instead of chicken on something, you could turn it around and make something 100% new. But baking is a science, like chemistry. If in chemistry, when mixing chemicals, if you mix the wrong compounds, you can end up with an explosion. If you add one drop of too much of something, or a pinch less of another thing, it's going to end up, well, it's going to end up not working right. You're going to have a different reaction. And that's what the same thing with the cake is. Cake, brownies. If you add in baking soda instead of baking powder, you can end up with something different. If you add too much sugar, it's going to be too sweet. If you add in too much liquid, the compound's going to be too liquidy and not be able to cook right. And if you were to put too much flour in it or anything like that, well, that's not going to be good. Not to mention, if you bake it too long, it's going to get too hard. Bake it not long enough, it's going to be too wiggly and doughy. If you... Oh! Leon! It's basically Luigi! If you... yeah, so basically, no matter what you do with baking, if you don't do the compounds right... Mauro. It's Mario. If you don't do everything down to the T, down to perfection, you're going to mess it up. Best way I could put it, based on 2 episodes, like 2 different shows, 1 episode each. One of them being Arthur. Like, ironically, both are CBS shows. But one of them is Arthur, where Arthur tries to make this delectable cake from a recipe. But he put in a different baking solution. I think he put in baking soda instead of baking powder or something like that. Anyway, he did that, and he thought the cake was ruined, so he didn't bring anything into his class for the treat. Like, for bringing treats to school time. And his dad realized his mistake, but couldn't tell him in time. So his dad ran down there, interrupted everything, and said, "Hey, you didn't mess up. You just did something different. You ended up making brownies instead of cake." Which was a fair mistake, you know? And that's fine. He made it work. Special cat. Chirisho. Chateau. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. But then there was another show that had to deal with this. Actually, a show and a movie. The one for cooking was actually Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. He made this weird purple sauce. And he did it as a joke for fun. Like, something like that. But it turned out delicious. So he started learning different cooking things, recipes, improving things. And yeah, his baseball was slacking, but this was a true passion of his, more so than baseball. It also reminds me of Saved by the Bell, where AC Slater went into a cooking class to try and talk to girls, and Zach did the same thing, and Slater was actually very good at cooking. Zach was not, which means Slater followed all the ingredients to the T, every measurement and portion. Zach kind of just threw things together without actually looking fully into it. But the other one I'm thinking, like I thought of, was Cyber Chase. Again, another PBS show. And they had to, I don't know, like they had to make this, what am I thinking of? It was a antidote. Because their friend, I can't remember his name, Slider, I think it was, had a type of reaction to something, and I can't remember what they called it. And it made his feet larger. Tedesco. Nice. So they had to work on a antidote for it. But the first time they did it, it didn't work out right. Second time they did it, they were they didn't do it right again. And then the third time, they were like, wait, hold on. We're measuring with this instead of, like, with normal cups instead of measuring cups. So they did measuring cups, but they realized they weren't measuring it properly. They did, like, one that was too big of a scoop, one that was not even a whole scoop, like half a scoop. So they realized, okay, we need to actually do this. So they took a look into it and did everything properly with the correct spoons and cups, and they did the recipe correctly. But it only worked for a little bit. So they realized they had to do it right there. So they put everything into what they needed and then went straight to where Slider was and did the antidote and fixed them. And it shows that yes, you do have to do everything with baking or anything scientific. You have to do it accurately, or you're gonna mess up. I feel like there was another show that did something like that, and I can't think of what. Ooh, Caesar. Soccer players. Statue lady, she's down here. No. She's... Oh, there's the chef. Girl running late. There's that dude. Sneaky dude. Gladiator. There she is. This dude. From Greece. I know he's supposed to be a reference to someone, and I can't think of who he's a reference of. So if you guys know, let me know. Grumpy guy. When I'm done. Yeah, if you remember any kinds of shows or movies that had to deal with like the cooking, baking, crud like that has nothing to do with like Cook Off, Bake Off, Gordon Ramsay stuff, let me know. Another gladiator cat. Visionary. Ah, right. The other thing. So for those with oh, I know what thing this is. He's all the way over here. I swear he's supposed to be a reference to Bob Ross or something. Yes, cats, I hear ya.
There's 2 pieces up there for your friends.
Okay, Mom, thank you.
We gotta make more of this. Have to know what we need. You have to make more. That is delicious.
I don't see the cat in the building on it. Where the frick is it? Oh, whatever. Special Chiquana. So what I was saying with the pasta thing now, since I'm deep enough in the video. Ooh, holy one. Cute. The Pope. So now that I'm deep enough into the game, I'm pretty sure some of you might still be interested. And you won't skip to the end to try to find it. Anyone that breaks pasta that's not supposed to be broken before cooking it, like breaking spaghetti that's not supposed to be broken, you guys are fucking idiots. Yeah, I said it. As Walter would say, you dumbasses. Not just Walter, but Red from that 70s show and the reboot series, that 90s show. Blind girl with her dog. Hold on, guys, my earbuds are dying. Like my headset's dying because it just turned off on me. goofy cat. I think he's supposed to be a type of No, I don't think he's supposed to be a Napoleon or a type of. I don't know. Maybe a musician that I'm not thinking of? I mean, yeah. Ah, no. Made me go too far. Sorry, my headset died again. I'm gonna try to make it through this level and then switch to my other set.
Deb's not answering. I need you to run this over.
All right, give me a fucking minute. I told you this. I cannot just randomly stop whenever you want me to. Just give me a minute. I'm almost done with this. Why? Damn it. Alright. I got 4 cats to try to find. Make that 3. Once I'm done with that, I'm done with this level. It's got to be somewhere. Back here and there are the only spots not in. Alright. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to switch to my other headset. Alright. I got the new headset in. So, or my old one anyway. Let's start with the Fontana. Can't hear anything. Hold on. Great. Hold on. There we go. Still can't hear the game. That's fine. see you. I know I saw something move. I like how this game like also gaslights you. Kind of bothers me I can't hear my game. And I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, I really do hope you guys can hear me. Because I just can't hear a dang thing in this game. Oh. Okay, yeah, I heard that. I'm not hearing any meows or anything. Yeah. Weird, I'm not hearing anything. Alright, this isn't too bad. No. I saw something move. See, this game fucking gaslights you and I love it. Can't freaking listen to where it is. Yeah, still can't hear it. Seven more cats. 6 more cats. 9. I thought I grabbed you already. 4. 3. Zoomed up as far as I can go. Only get one hint. Right there. I cannot hear this game at all. There we go. I can hear it now. Excuse me. Now, I do know for the real one, with these small levels, you don't want to use a hint, otherwise you'll lose the achievement, I believe. Maybe. Or I'm thinking of the Japan one. But the Hidden Cats in Tokyo actually has a storyline. It's probably in a really obvious spot. Yep. I knew there was one in the plate. Okay, I can move to the sides. Ooh, this is a toughie. Saying there's one around here. Telling me there's one around here. Alright. Let's do sanctuary. See, there's no up or down in this one, just back and forth. So, until I zoom in. pasta to dry. $700 cats I have found. I think it's around here, but I don't see where. Oh, gelato. There you are. And the last one, Nerd Arena. This one is big. Well, I found Marge Simpson. Okay, no, I swear I saw something moving over this way. So we have to find 100 cats and 100 people. Definitely a lot of cats and people. Jeez, this is a lot. Dragon Ball Z reference right there. I don't mind. This just totally reminds me of something from Kids Next Door. Alright, time to zoom in a little. can see Marge Simpson right there. Oh, my leg. I'm not even like in my bed. I'm in my normal chair in the kitchen and my legs just don't feel right. Alright. Dude, okay. I got 4 more cats to find. I'm getting annoyed because I can't find anything. Like I can't find any of the cats. Like I got 4 more effing cats and I can't find them. gonna take a break from cats and look for people. Rockstar, fine. Alright. I found a cat. I don't care, that looks like Mia from Dead by Daylight. Ooh, kitty cat. Cool, one more cat. Excuse me. Oh, there's like an Egyptian there. Oh, my eyes are watering from all this. Wisconsin. Yeesh, Grandma ain't playing on that one. And what this one is, I just don't know where the other one with the toilet paper and yarn is. Not him. Another one. Right there. Here's one with the stick. Mr. Boo. Nope, wrong helmet. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Okay, I'm expanding again. Oh, head hurts. Maybe having a slightly bigger view, I could see some things that I couldn't. That one. The right one. Water break. Still looking for the dude with the man bun. Like, how the frig is he the hardest one for me to find? Oh, there he is. you I can't find. At least I'm doing good. There's the butler. Alright, at least they've stopped hitting that little block in the road for now. Wrong one. Alright. Yeah, I hear you, cat. You're around here somewhere. Oh, hold on. I gotta look real quick because I gotta see. Complete node arena. Doesn't say I don't have to use use a hint. Right fucking arrow, dude. Bullshit. Oh well. Well, we did it, and I got everything. And that was Hidden Cats in Rome. So love y'all. See you soon. Bye.